Appalachian sunrise.
Just let you know, you are in the right place. Let's give it a couple of minutes for people to join. This is the correct live stream. Starting soon.
Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden things. Mount Laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, little froggies. Little froggy.
Gold hair,
Let's do a couple of minutes.
gold rings, gold leaves,
There's still like a whole lot of people on the other stream.
gold anything.
Let's try and, I'm trying to like,
Golden,
how do you herd
I'll
autistic
follow
people?
only golden, golden things.
Man, YouTube needs a herd autistic people button. How do we herd autistic people? How do we get them in here? What do we do? Bop, bop. I'm just going to spam the link. Right. Tell them there'll be cats. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we're ready to sort of shut down the other one. I don't think anyone's there. There's 22 people there. I don't know what they're looking at. There's nothing to see. Hang on. I'm gonna just have to abandon them, guys. Okay, if you made it, you're cool. Actually, to be fair, if you've made it, you're probably a bit more tech literate. I think that's probably all there is to say about it.
Golden things. Gold birds. Gold string. Gold words. Gold anything. Golden. I follow only golden.
There's 14 people over there.
Golden, golden things. Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things.
Well. Hello. Oh gosh, what's happened there? I got a bit dizzy, I think. I got a bit broke. Does everyone like my froggy? I've got a froggy. Has everyone got their frogs today? How are we doing? Welcome. If you've just joined in and you're really confused as to what the hell's going on, I'm sorry, I can't help you. You've left a link, that's all you can do. This is true, Ashley, and thank you very much for helping to cajole everyone across. We have a bubble frog. A bubble froggy. Okay. The froggy's not a fly. This is a cute froggy. It's a bit dirty because it's a garden froggy. You know? It's not really an indoor froggy. Oh, it looks like it's been dented. This is somewhat dented garden froggy. That's called patina. It's a bit bird-like, I suppose. Frogs always look sad, don't they? The frogs always look sad and upset. It's kind of fun. Right. We drop the music a bit. Sabes, how's it going? How is everybody? Okay, I'm going to close down the window now on that other one. Okay, what I don't know won't hurt me. Okay, they're gone. Okay, and welcome everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed a little Tuesday video, a little mini one, which I thought I'd put up at the time of the live stream. TJ has come frog branded. This is excellent. I think Froggy looks groggy. Yeah, Froggy does kind of look groggy, but frogs do look a little bit kind of sad, don't they? Saber being cute. No, Saber being a pain in the ass. Saber was just marching around the whole time. This is Sobes. everybody. If anybody like him, you can go on holiday. You can have him for a day. He misses me when I'm not around for like 2 days, and then he sort of sticks himself to Nina. You confused us all, Mike. Shame? What do you mean? How's that? Frog socks, frog slipper socks. Amazing. Well, you know, I didn't realise that there was another frog book before the frog book. That was kind of a cool discovery. I think the ADOS people just like frogs, if I'm honest with you. I think it's just their thing. My froggy jiggle jiggles. He doesn't ribbit, he rolls. Has everyone heard the frog song, by the way? The copyrighted frog song that I can't play. You have to just go look it up on your own. It's the one from... it's Rupert the Bear, isn't it? It's got Paul McCartney singing it. That is a real earworm. If you get that in your head, you will not leave it for years. T. A triangle. TM. Who's a triangle? What was your original name? Welcome, by the way, to the live stream. A triangle. Yes. Are you a personified triangle? Do you have emotions? Sorry, everyone. Brain's broken. Yeah, we all stand together. Bom, 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 ba-da-dum. I knit a wee frog and toes. That's my frog contribution. Amazing. Maybe frogs are cool. I don't know about flying frogs, though. So, right, what was my plan? Okay, I actually had a plan for this live stream. What I was going to do is I was going to show you all the Time Magazine Autism special supplement. There's some stuff in there I kind of wanted to make some content around. But, you know, like, I just couldn't get everything set up in time. I literally walked through the front door as the premiere started for the video. So it's like, okay, not enough time. Soup is the best shape though. Soup just takes the shape of liquid. Maybe with bits in. You need a spoon for soup, because forks are not very useful. I don't know what's going on. My brain is broken. Tea. Everybody needs tea. I'm not pressing the tea break button. I feel like I just started. You're not limited. You just form the... You're like a cat in that you take the shape of whatever you're in. No, Saber right now is just liquid. Just blended desk cat. Best shape maybe a strip. Ian Kretschmer. Did I say Kretschmer right? Kretschmer? Ian, welcome very much to the stream. Hope you have a lovely time. How do I describe the streams? I tend to say it's the ADHD side of the channel, but it's just a bit variable. That's what I have to say. Same time every week. Try to have limited expectations. I think that's probably the fair thing to say. I left the house today. How did it go? How did your trip on the surface of Mars go? My mum knits Mobius strips. How do you knit a Mobius strip? Oh, I guess you just twist it in and then just do that up at the end. It's pretty cool. TJ, that's pretty acute. I bet you're an obtuse absolute angle. I hope you're not being obtuse. I currently have a cat on my head. Really? Okay, so I mean, maybe we can look at the Times Time Magazine Autism Summer Special, but I'll need to do some tech. I also have Understanding ADHD. Haven't read this yet, and although it's travelled with me, as you can see, it's a bit bedraggled because it's been travelling with me. I just haven't read it. and understanding autism. The gender gap. Dispel the myths. Being social. A world of feeling. A world of feeling, everybody. Do you wanna touch me? She's feeling her face. She's feeling her face. Does everybody feel their face? I hope you have a face you can... Yes. I suppose so. The gender gap. How autism presents in different genders and why that affects diagnosis. Well, indeed. It's actually a good topic. I just think the alliteration gender gap sounds a little bit weird. Gender gap makes me think of thighs. Don't know why. Maybe because of the thigh gap thing, that meme from a while back. Or the gender gap. It's a bit like when you build a bridge, right? It's a bit like a valley. It's like the gender gap could be the name of a British village. Strange. Being social. The ways autistic people communicate. And how neurotypicals can adapt to help. And there's some lovely clip art here of a massive flower. Mind the gender gap. Yes! Mind the gender gap. Look at that massive flower. If that was in our house, I'd be a bit worried it's going to want to be fed blood. Honestly, scary. Dispel the myths. Well, there are a lot of myths. I kind of want to go through this magazine at some point. It's quite large. And there's obviously the ADHD one. Improve your life. Improve your life. I have to read it off the camera. What does it say? Finding the right... I'll just read it like this. Finding the right medication or seeking therapy can be life-changing. Can be. Emphasis on can. Why procrastinate? Because it's fun! Sorry. Why procrastinate? How an interest-based nervous system makes tedious tasks almost impossible to do. Emotional dysregulation. And there's a picture of somebody sitting on a roller coaster track. I would say that is very dysregulating. That person's in danger. They need to be encouraged to come down safely. Don't want to be up there on your own. If you've ever experienced emotional overwhelm or meltdowns, you're not alone. You're not. Just saying. Menopause and ADHD. What is it about hormones and menopause that can throw ADHD into chaos? Oh, that's actually quite interesting. There's an interesting one there. Menopause and ADHD. Hey guys, if you saw these thumbnails, which video would you click on? Assuming they were videos. Help me out. Help a brother out here for a second. Help a YouTuber out. Which one of these is clickable? Which one would you click on? If you had to click on one of these thumbnails, which one would it be and why? Which one of these would you click on? Just saying. Menopause, okay? That's actually quite interesting because that's an interesting angle there. Being social, okay? Menopause because it's relevant, okay? The one with the cat. Menopause and ADHD. Okay, all right. Menopause and ADHD. I'm just going to find the article in here. I think it's actually super interesting. In fact, do you know something? Just looking at autism and ADHD and looking at aging, there's not a lot of evidence out there. There's not a lot of like quality information on these topics. And I don't know a lot about, other than first-hand experience and from what I've read and heard from the experiences of others, do narcissists target the neurodiverse? I mean, it's not as straightforward as that. Sorry everyone, I'm just flicking through a magazine. Come to YouTube, watch a man flick through a magazine. I was trying to find the menopause bit. It's actually, so far, what I've seen in here is actually not that bad. When I say not that bad, I get accused a lot, okay, of being like sometimes a bit, I don't know, shrill, I guess. I guess it's because I'm always looking at any content relating to neurodiversity with a really critical eye. Not just being critical, but being like, this is probably shite. Because 90% is shite. So like, you know, I'm conditioned to think that everything I'm about to read about autism particularly is going to be bollocks because 90% of it is bollocks. So that's why that's why I'm sort of like untrusting and despondent when it comes to reading stuff about autism or ADHD. But this, I haven't noticed anything bad, so. I know I'm flicking through it backwards, but I thought menopause would be at the end, you know what I mean? It's right at the front. They've started it off. During perimenopause, estrogen levels start to decline, causing a huge number of symptoms. Indeed. Women, hormones, and ADHD. Pretty cool. Definitely needs to have a read of this at some point. That's all there is, and then it moves on to seeking an ADHD diagnosis. One study concluded that girls and young women... One study. What study? Okay. One study concluded girls and young women with ADHD have an increased risk of developing depression when using oral hormonal birth control, I think, hormonal contraception, compared with their unaffected peers. What? Girls and young women with ADHD have an increased risk of developing depression when using oral hormonal birth control, compared to their unaffected peers. Source: hormonal contraceptive use and risk of depression among young women with ADHD. London C. et al. June 2023. I don't know. I trust very little what I read. Could it be true? Maybe. Sorry, this is not particularly enlightening. I know. I'm just saying. It's not an area I know much about. Can I convince one of my female content creator buddies to do it? I don't know. Would you want to hear from me on it? On menopause? I don't mind. I feel like it's an area I need to do a lot of research on. Speaking of research, ABA video is coming along nicely. Can't wait till that's out of my life. Mike, you should do it. Okay, Lisa. Cool. Yeah, sure. Well, you are an expert. When women talk about hormones, people write off as complaining. No, absolutely not. Definitely not. People underestimate the impact of things like hormones. As an example, I used to be really overweight. And it was uncomfortable for me, personally. So for most of my adult life. And it's a complicated conversation that doesn't just revolve around eating less and exercising more. There's kind of like hormonal imbalances that can happen, which kind of creates a sort of food noise, if that makes sense. It's hard to describe. I'll put it all down in the video. I've sort of had it half scripting for a few years, for a couple of years now. I think people do culturally in the UK anyway, a lot of women's issues do tend to get written off as, oh, that's just hormonal, blah. You know, it's yeah, I've seen that, I've heard it. It definitely happens. Yosemite Sam has some videos on it. Definitely check out Yosemite Sam, 100%. Purple Alert, yeah, definitely listen to those content creators. But hormones matter so much. I guess what I'm trying to go with this is, it doesn't matter what sex you are. Hormones affect you and control a lot of your life. You have free will, but you also have you know, a whole other set of things going on. I'm just trying to make sure my language is exactly correct, you know. I wonder what it'd be like to be a content creator where I don't give a shit about like being accurate. It'd be so much fun. I would love to do that. I'd love to just put out a video every day and just say like random shit. That'd be great. Consequence, no, it'd be awful actually. I can't do it. We can start a thread on Discord for Autistic's YouTube channel for menopause split videos and has already. That's a really good idea. Start it as a thread. It sounds like the sort of thing you could binge. I really told my Charlie. Yeah, I know. I agree with you, Mike. I just often know as a women have been dismissed when I started talking about my own experience with hormones. Definitely. It's one of those really complicated things that is really hard to demonstrate to a third party, I guess. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what's going on inside your body, actually communicating that to somebody else, to a third party, that's where, you know, autism particularly is at its heart a communication difference. Other things too. Disability, yes, etc., etc., etc. But there is like a stick of rock. We have a place in Blackpool, it's in England. It's like a really tiny kind of version of LA, I guess, in America. It's a gambling sort of place, amusements and so on. And they're famous for selling this like sugar candy, which has like a design or a message written all the way through it. It's like really clever how confectioners do that sort of thing. But anyway, it's like that, and it's like a consistent thing that runs all the way through autism is communication differences. Hormones and weight, absolutely. In fact, we're learning a lot more about it now with GLP-1. It's just fascinating. So few medical studies are done on women anyways. Matsukaze, oh my god, yes, that's true. It's like a known about issue, and it's obviously gotten better, but yeah. Yeah, for a long time, anatomy was male anatomy, and anything else is, yeah, well, it's slightly different, bolt it on or whatever. It's really strange, really strange. It just is weird. I just think it's strange. Personally. Stress hormones can have a huge effect on weight. Yeah. That too. 100%. But yeah, hormones and autism, eh? I don't think I've read anything on it. I'm lacking information. Heart attacks don't look the same in men and women. That's actually a really, really well-known example of why. Of how anatomy and medicine has kind of concentrated on the male body. Ryan Kelly did a video on PMDD, and the funny thing was how much he said PMDD. Okay. Did people appreciate it? Was it a good video? Was it well researched? And I suppose my angle with there is just, you know, I just have doubts that people would want to hear from me talking about things I don't have first-hand experiences with. And I suppose the other angle is that I don't know a huge amount about autism, ADHD, and menopause conflation. Yes, his video is good. Good, I'm glad to hear. Ryan Kelly's wife is a doctor. Okay, cool. Cool. Hopefully she's able to help. I feel like I know so little about my own hormones. We all do. Like you don't know what your various hormonal levels are without going and subjecting yourself to tests. Wouldn't it be great if we knew what these things were? It's not only be speaking as an expert menopause, but I think a good job of research around that sort of approach. Thank you. Thank you to Orbit Stitches. And this was Dosha on ADHD chat who was saying a keto diet was great for ADHD. You should look into it and do it gradually. The book in the post. It's basically a way to block inflammation. Yeah, diets can help. I mean, like, I'm not gonna like rubbish diets or whatever. A lot of us have different requirements or GI issues or one thing or another. But but often diet, and specifically when it comes to inflammation, gets pushed in a very pseudoscientific way with respect to autism and also ADHD for some reason. The endocrine system is fascinating and so important. It really is. It really is. And we're learning a lot more about it at the minute. I think things like Eli Lilly's Manjaro has been, I'm not making a video here. This is quite hot, as in not well researched, not well understood. But it seems anecdotally to be helping from an ADHD perspective. A weight loss injection, and you could find a home with within the realm of ADHD medication. I think it's fascinating. I don't think humanity knows a great deal at the moment. Lots of things are new. Also, I personally don't know a huge amount. So some of this stuff is like super new, and I don't have any business educating about it. I don't know. It's not to say I won't ever know. I've read. I'm going to say this to you guys, and hopefully you'll understand what I mean by this. I've read nearly everything that's relevant. I would say everything that's important to know about ABA therapy. Okay, 2025 has been a shit year for me. And in addition to that, I've read nearly everything that there is to know that is relevant on ABA therapy and behaviorism. Not only that, I've made a mind map. That's going on Patreon. If anybody wants to become an ABA behavior technician, you can read my notes and you can become an ABA behavior technician. If any of you were curious, I think I've just announced something, but I think it's a really good idea. I think it's probably fair to do, isn't it? Actually, I may as well share my fucking notes with you all. Yeah, so I'm just trying to learn about an area I don't know a huge amount about before making a video on it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say to you all, is that I'm just okay. I think I'm ready to talk now. What I'm trying to say is, when I don't know something, I will say so. I often will give you my opinions on things, but they are just my opinions, and I'll try and justify them all. I'll try and justify why I believe something, or why I've said something, and I try and use the best sources without cherry picking. I try not to cherry pick. I try to get an understanding of something before making a YouTube video on it. And with regard to ABA, I actually thought I'd make a quick video back in February. I thought I'll make a quick video in February to tell everyone how shit ABA is and what's going on with it. And because I didn't know anything about it, I have spent the entire year becoming an ABA therapist and reading and learning more about ABA than I ever want to know. I now know a lot about ABA, head knowledge. I'm not going to be doing any ABA practice. So when I make content about ABA, and there will be content about ABA, and it's not gonna, this is only possible because of my patrons, because this is fucking insane. Sorry to use such medicalized language, pathologized language, but for me, it is absolutely insane to do what I've done, which is to spend, if I add up all of the money that it's cost me in terms of taking time off work and shit, if it's not for Patreon, none of this was even possible. fucking at all. And what I'm trying to say to you is, it could be a backup plan. Fuck no. What I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to do something that I am sort of happy and super proud of. Not that I'm happy and super proud of what's in there. But if any of you were ever interested in becoming therapists, and I suppose the world does kind of need ABA therapists, but like, you know, actual neurodivergent ones that are not... I don't know how you would ever find clients, but... a parent sort of calls up and, you know, you find out what the... what the stimulus is causing this child to be quote-unquote misbehaving, and, you know, something the parents are doing, and... You're not going to last long. You can't survive. You're trying to say it's our fault. You're an ABA specialist now. Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Yes. But it's not what I want to do with my time. I'm not enjoying it. It's not fun. Visually going to research next. Yeah, thank you to Hobbit Stitches. Yeah. But like, I just want to know, do you know what I'm trying to say? It's not about, well, first, yeah, I you know, it's really messy. It's really messy. It's really, really complicated. And I really want it to be over because I want to work on these other things. I've got a long list of things I want to get done, like this year, 2025. And there's some really cool things in there, things that I think are going to be amazing and fun, and you'll all really enjoy, stuff that no content creator has done before. And, well, no content creator in this niche or any adjacent niche, you know what I mean? It's definitely not satisfying special interest. I'm sitting there fucking bouncing away, pinching my neck and counting down the minutes till it's over. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what to tell you this. I'm autistic, okay? It's one of my things. Just for the record, you will not be required to actually grow a uterus in order to discuss AFAB hormones, perimenopause, and menopause. But to be fair though, Lissa, if that were an option... Helen, I'll take your research and showing information very seriously if I had to go see you're autistic. Yeah. I suppose also, if you think about it, Soup, I didn't know anything about ABA. Like, well, I did. I know what everyone knows, like, from, you know, reading neurodivergent communities and so on and so forth, and news articles, but I don't really know. Like, I started with 5 questions that I needed answering. You know? I didn't know the answer to them. I know I've got a pretty good hunch now where I can give you some hot takes that I reckon aren't that hot at all. Actually, I think they're pretty sound. I reckon I know exactly what the problem is. Thank you, Invisible Hand of Tea. Available in the Autistic AF merch store. Cora, what were the 5 questions? How does a parent of an autistic child identify whether or not an ABA provider is a good ABA or bad ABA? I'm going to say this because everyone in the ABA sort of world understands that there is bad ABA and that ABA has done some evil things. And there is still bad practice. Okay? Some people touch children, for example. Some people restrain children, for example. God forbid, some people give children electric shocks as well. There's bad practice out there. You could even say, actually, one such practice in terms of changing behavior is by using a child's favorite food, like food or snacks, in order to influence their answers. So you can kind of hold food and withhold drinks and things as well, and they can only have them when they come to certain tasks. That's bad ABA. So the issue here is that how can a parent tell whether or not the practitioner that they're hiring is a good ABA person versus a bad one? How can they tell the difference? How does let's call it a single mother. Let's do it. Let's do the whole thing. And they've got a 5-year-old. and they've just received an autism diagnosis and they've got some money for therapy, and they're sort of browsing the internet, or what we would call the yellow pages in the UK. Hello, Neil. We're browsing the yellow pages. How does that person tell whether or not they're good people or bad people? Like they're doing the good ABA, sorry, or the bad ABA. Not good people, bad people, just... Yeah, so that's the first question. I have other questions as well. Another one is based on insurance, actually. Literally in terms of how the insurance is managed and how the risk assessments are done. Whether they treat the child as a person like a dog. Well, the dog training ABA is a whole other thing. That's a spin-off of ABA. There is a spin-off of ABA that uses clickers, you know? Good behavior. Click, click, have a sweet. Click, click, have a sweet. So there is this sort of thing as well. Ian, there are certain things that can be done as a parent that cannot be done by a third-party clinician or an employee or something like this, okay? So for example, one of those things would be restraining a child. That's not something that any professional would ever be doing, you know, under any circumstances, really. They should be de-escalating, you know, getting behind doors and holding them very, very tightly. Okay, if it's that bad. Parents can do more than someone else who has to manage that, you know, their reputation, their risk. Saber, don't pull that cable because that's what the camera's attached to. Thank you very much. So that sort of thing. Okay, so there's different things. So parents can do the sort of food and drink withholding thing if they really want to. It's unethical, but like they can. Whereas a therapist shouldn't be doing anything like that. Then there's also training on what constitutes neutral behavior. So for example, when children are not sitting still, for instance, that can be maladaptive, and you know, a lot of the time it just isn't. They've got this energy, this pent-up energy, and if it's not coming out sort of naturally in their motions and in their movements, then they're going to explode, they're going to melt down, aren't they? Basically, in a nutshell. You stress them out that much. So that's kind of where it comes from. How can you tell the difference? One of my questions is a little bit more detailed and it relates to risk assessments and insurance. I've got a sixth question now, which is why the BACB doesn't mandate certain changes. Because there's a lot of if you look up ABA therapists who do social media online, you'll see an awful lot of content about how ABA is changing and how it's getting better and all this sort of stuff. Okay, well, the problem with that is that the BACB can actually mandate things. So rather than giving platitudes and saying, oh, it's getting better, oh, we're much better now, it's terrible in the past, it's much better now. Well, I'm sorry, it might be the autism in me that's making me say this, but what are we talking about? You have to be specific. You have to say, no therapist shall ever withhold food or drink from a child or a vulnerable person, vulnerable child, vulnerable adult. No one shall ever restrain a child or vulnerable adult. No one shall ever... Where they can mandate this, they can actually say, if you break this new code of conduct, you're out, mate, on your hook. Get off. But they don't. Why? I don't have an answer for it yet, but I do have some opinions. It's a multi-billion-dollar annual industry. So you could say, you know, I don't like platitudes. I like specifics. I'm sorry, my brain is broken. I like specifics, and I want to know exactly what it is that they're doing to make ABA better now, because everyone knows it used to be bad. No one's going to argue that. Everyone knows there are still bad therapists out there. No one's going to argue that. Everyone's in agreement. But there's two things, really. The two most important things, really, are how do parents know that the people they're hiring are good? And why doesn't the governing body do anything about it? Mandate some policy changes. Parents are encouraged not to sit in on therapy. It actually doesn't really work if parents are there. The vibe is different. Children, for a start, will start looking to their parents rather than to a third-party adult. That makes sense. So parents can't really sit in on it. All of this is coming. I know you guys are probably expecting a 10-hour video, but it's not going to be that long. Like, it's whatever it is, it's going to be what it's going to be. But I can announce right now that I'm going to share my notes on Patreon because I don't know. Are you curious? You want to know? It's all in there. I'll share PDFs or whatever. You want to see it? You can read my notes. There's enough content there to become an ABA therapist. You could literally just revise my notes and take the exams and stuff. Do you want to become an ABA therapist, Ashley? Leslie, 100 pages. Yeah, it could probably be about 100 pages. It's not like waffly and verbose. It's a mind map, which I can export as a PDF. So each one of my mind map nodes has a lot of notes behind each node, and each node links to other nodes and that sort of thing. Actually, I think you'll be fine then. Just watch the video on YouTube. Your speech and language therapy insists parents are present so they can learn and use them strategies. Chloe J, yeah. Holy crap. You've just hit on something amazing there. And obviously you are, professional. Yeah. If a child is going to occupational therapy, obviously the parents are there. Child's in speech and language therapy, obviously the parents are there. Anything medical, the parents are obviously there. Yeah, that's true. And I suppose from one respect is that ABA takes that role of the parent with the child. It takes that kind of privileged sort of power role. Like, if you were childminding or babysitting for someone's child, right? While the parents go out for a meal or go watch a movie and come back or whatever, a few hours later, you say you're doing babysitting and childminding role, and you're just looking after someone's kids, house sitting for them, whatever. You're there to look after their kids, but you're not there to discipline them, to train them, to... Do you know what I'm trying to say? Your role is not that. Whereas with ABA therapy, the role is very much a authority position. So you kind of take on that mantle of a parent. You are on a level. Like, I don't know, like super nanny, I guess, that sort of thing. That's a bit tenuous, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's like you're coming in with the authority from the parents, Tracy Wolf, so glad to find your channel. I wasn't aware of what ADHD. My ADHD has certain clashes that make sense now. Thank you, love your content. Thank you so much for your super, super kind and overly generous comment. Which I'm glad I saw, because when I'm ranting, my visual system tends to shut off, and I tend to not see the messages when I'm ranting. So I'm really glad I paused for breath and read that. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm glad it's really helpful. Nikki, got your OT assessment today. Recommend. Amazing. ABA therapy, by the way, has actually taken on a lot of stuff from OTs. I would say ABA doesn't like OT, by the way. There's a bit of a weird drama between ABA and OT. But yeah, ABA has taken on... It's taken on, like, speech therapy too. It's taken on, like, modalities. It's taken on things from other modalities over time. It's like schools but limited in loco parentis. Neil, no, it's more than in loco parentis. It's more. It's more than in loco parentis. Yeah. Let's think about that for a second. So where would an ABA therapist sit? Like literally as de facto parent. In fact, you know, intensive ABA is listed as about 40 hours a week, 30 hours a week. 20 hours a week is a bit mild for ABA therapy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you're doing more ABA than school. You're spending more time in ABA than you are with your family. The ABA therapist effectively becomes sort of like the main... Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what would you call that? I don't know. What's the word for that? Because school in loco parentis, yes. But they're not parenting individuals as much as, you know, are working one-on-one in the same way. And let's just say you are a troubled kid at school and, you know, you had a lot of one-to-one at a time. How much one-to-one time did you really have? An hour a day? 2 hours a day? Did it multiply by 5? Was it 30, 40 hours a week? Dictator, says Wendy. No, it's just interesting. It's just an interesting thought, right? When you look at full immersion, yeah. Like, when you look at Love on the Spectrum cast, some of them have had intensive ABA, where the ABA staff are working in the homes. I think Tanner had like 6 staff, like, hey, look, the family appear to be quite financially well off. I wouldn't even want to start adding up the salary budget for this. But they had like multiple staff in the house with Tanner. And obviously, a human being is only awake for a certain amount of hours a week. You know, most of your awake time is spent in therapy. And not in therapy as in therapy, like we would talk about a therapist in therapy, but in training, I guess. Useful? Maybe. Snow Kitty, that was one of the first red flags for me. 40 hours a week, my ass. Yeah, I know. I mean, welcome. So yeah, it's kind of like there's a few like angles here that make me go, oh, who set that number of hours? If I'm learning piano, I didn't learn piano like 40 hours a week. I didn't learn anything 40 hours a week. What have I done for 40 hours a week? Other than like a job, a full-time job. What have I done for 40 hours a week? Like, fucking nothing. I've done nothing for 40 hours a week. I took my first driving test after something like 20 hours or something of like lessons. I failed, obviously, but like, how many hours did it take me to learn how to scuba dive? Like 40 hours, and that's every week. That's week in, week out. So yeah, it's kind of a lot, right? So there's an awful lot. 4 kids per 1 child for ABA therapy. That's about right, Leslie, I think. Please don't quote me or Leslie on this, but I think it's like 4. I think it was like 4 staff or something. My brain wants to say 8, but I can't remember it exactly. I know where to find the information, but school is different because school you're one of many. This is like one-on-one, sitting opposite on a table, you know? Like, this is like full on, like it doesn't even, like, if it is 40 hours, then that doesn't include lunch breaks or whatever. like, or does it? I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, question for you all. I need to know. Everyone, okay, this is not a spectator entertainment show. You all have to take part. I just need to know, unless you're PDA-ish, in which case, fuck it. Just sit down or something. And now you have to stand up. No, what I'm trying to say is, how much do you reckon it would be possible to intensively ABA a neurotypical into a de facto autistic person to the point where they would pass at a Comic Con or a Ren Fair or I don't know. Insert stereotypical Warhammer game. Do you think that could be done? A bit like Queer Eye for the what's it called? What was it called? That Queer Eye show, where they kind of like helped a very unfashionable, neurotypical person. Like there's some gay guys that they were super fashionable. It was on British television some years ago. And they'd sort of help them like become super stylish. These gay guys would help this heterosexual man to become like suave and sophisticated. Queer Eye for the straight guy, that's it, yeah. Yeah. Interesting thought experiment. I think no. You reckon 40 hours a week? You reckon we can do it? No, because they'd refuse. No. It would be called kidnap, bullying, or abuse if it happens in neurotypicals. Wouldn't it break the Geneva Conventions? I'd love to see that. I don't think it'd be possible. I think it would be great. I think we could force neurotypicals into... You could torture anyone into doing almost anything with enough time. Yeah. I mean, fair enough. That's your words. Why would they want to do that? There's no from the cradle indoctrination to become ND. Just it must be possible. Well, according to sort of the behaviorism and everything, it'd be possible to do it the other way around. It's like the opposite of gay conversion therapy. It would be like just turning someone straight who's turning someone gay. It'd be great. Like just be able to just. That is what we're talking about. By the way, if anyone thinks I'm being flippant and stupid, gay conversion therapy was created by the same person as ABA therapy. Ivar Lovaas, one of the original behaviorists. It is basically, it's a way of, you're training people. I'm not kidding at all. I'm being silly and having fun, but I'm not kidding. ABBA therapy. Also listen to ABBA. Okay, just give a guy a pink shirt and a girl a power drill and they will turn out gay. It's science. 40 hours of power tools a week. Okay. We've just manufactured a lesbian. Possible, yes, good. But ABAs for us. Love ass. As in love ass. Maybe we've just maybe we've just figured something out here. It's maybe Ivar did not want to love ass. Maybe that's why we have this issue now. Maybe Ivar wanted to love feet or something. Welcome to the ADHD side of the channel. My name is Mike. I'm a late identified autistic adult, and you need to ask yourself why you're here. That reminds me of one of my favourite YouTube comments that I get every now and again. It's so fucking funny. Someone will comment, "Why are you showing this video to me?" or something like this. And to start with, it really confused me. I don't understand why I was getting that comment. And then obviously I spoke to other creators because I'm like, hey, do you ever get comments like this? And the answer is yes. And it's really funny because what happens is some people don't understand how YouTube's algorithm works. And YouTube is starting to show them autistic content or neurodiverse content. And they're offended. And it's hilarious because it's like, okay, cool, see you in a year. I came for the cats. Why am I here? Actually, I played the Braid when I was playing with sister and friends. I'm secretly gay now. I'm here because it's virtual snacking. Snacking? I'm here because it's Tuesday. Today's officially Little Tuesday. No one else allowed to talk to me. Amazing, Lisa. That's amazing. I came because you're my friend. Spot on, Wendy. Oh, the plants are growing well. I should do a plant update in Discord. If I don't, can someone remind me? Someone with executive functioning. Could you use one of your little rusty spoons, please? And remind me just to give you an update on the giant daisies. I've been taking photos of them regularly. They're doing good. 50 litre with Ottos. I love Ottos so much. Ember Tetras. Red cherry shrimp. Oh, red cherry shrimp. 2 Neurite snails and a no-tech 20 litre with blue shrimp only. Beautiful. I need to see pictures of everyone's tanks. So where are the flying frogs if it's Tuesday? Okay, right. Okay, I clicked on the video and now I feel obligated to stay. Oh, the triangle. Triangle, have you watched the last video I did? Not the one that I put up like an hour ago. What was it, Sunday? Was it, or Monday? I don't know. I uploaded a video very recently. All days are just becoming the same, like one long day. And it's got triangles in it. Has everyone seen the triangles thing? Animated triangles. Have you all seen the animated triangles thing? If you haven't seen the animated triangles thing, I might put it on the screen now. I mean, I'm saying this, but I haven't set myself up for sharing screen share. We can do an after party maybe. But like, the triangles. Okay, you need to watch the triangles, animated triangles. You can even Google animated triangles. Watch it's called the Happy Frith, or the Frith Happy Task animated triangles. I thought they were kind of cute. I was going to watch the video, but then the premise started so much. Ah, okay. So let me press the video. Okay. Cora, I did see the triangles. Cora, what did you think of the triangles? Did you immediately go to, oh, they are people and they are they are playing? The behavior seemed more like cats than people. Yeah, Shoikla, I agree with you. But I'm a bit biased. But yeah, I kind of was thinking, yeah, they're a bit like cats. It's like a big cat, like Mama Hydra and like one of the kittens. And they're literally like spinning around on the floor. And then Mama Hydra says, no, you're not coming back in until you bring me a mouse. My kitty cat personification. I just went to they're just dancing triangles next. Do you know what they reminded me of? Anyone played Asteroids? The game Asteroids? The old sort of 8-bit classic Asteroids game where you basically are a triangle, shooting little tiny triangles at asteroids. It reminded me of that a bit. Love the triangles, open to interpretation. Yeah, okay. I think, yes, in some respects they're animated like they're alive. What blows my... What blows my fucking mind is that the Happy Frith animated triangles and Strange Stories, which is the characters like, oh, it's raining outside, you know, and then you have to explain why it's, because obviously this person's unhappy that it's raining outside, obviously, just reasons. And then you have to explain why, and you go, oh, it's sarcasm. And it's like, okay, great, fine. Maybe the test only works in America or something, but like Britain is just, everything is sarcastic, like all the time, 100%. You could just assume everything is sarcasm all the time, and you're pretty much right. The results from those two things, Strange Stories, animated triangles, like, there's the theory of mind tests. And it's like, there's just no, they don't correlate. They don't correlate. What's the point? Like, they should have similar results. People should score similarly if they're measuring the same thing. Explain the plot of Flow. I haven't watched Flow yet. Yannicka mentioned Flow. Made her feel a bit sad. No spoilers, and a cat survives. Yeah. But I'm gonna wait until I watch it. I've got a bunch of films like that I really want to watch. I found Stray hard to play as well for a while. I streamed it if you want to see it. I remember having a sarcasm phase in year 1 when I discovered it. I got into trouble at school for being sarcastic. But I was confused. I hope it was appreciated. I'm going to watch it. Gian, if you click live on my channel and then go back to about over a year ago, you should see one of the videos will be streaming Stray. And Stray is a lovely game. I could encourage everyone to get it. It's beautiful. You play as a cat. Enough said, right? Sold? I love Stray, I'm not a gamer. Yeah, Stray's beautiful. Not so sad, just emotional roller coaster and overwhelming. That sounds like sad. Oh, Flow, yeah, okay. Yeah. Do you know something? I get how, if we've not met before, you might think I'm being a bit oversensitive and stupid. But stuff like that really gets me. I don't know why. I've got no control over it. I don't know. It's a bit like in social media when you see sort of like animals suffering or whatever. I just find it too difficult. I just can't. And it just messes me up for ages. I can't give you a time, but like it's a decent amount of time. Days even sometimes. It's really difficult. Yeah. I found you when you were streaming Little Kitty Big World. Yeah, it was called... Yes, Little Kitty Big World. Yeah, I think it was called that or something very similar. Little Kitty Big City. Little Kitty Big City. Yeah. That was fun. Little Kitty Big City. That is actually really fun. So you play as an animated cat, cartoon style, rather than Stray, which is like realistic sort of. You know, you're like bumping into Japanese businessmen to make them drop their sandwiches, and you run off with the sandwiches and pounce on birds and that sort of thing. It is actually quite good fun. The day I told my teacher, good things come to those who wait, when she was waiting for us to be quiet. That's amazing. That would have gone down. That would have gone down like an absolute, like a bucket of shit. That's how that would have gone down. I think that's hilarious. I reckon all your classmates would have thought that was hilarious. I think that's you would have had your number marked by that teacher for a year. The Goose Game is amazing. I've streamed that too. I was in so much trouble. Yeah, I bet. If I were a teacher though, I don't know that I would just find that funny. And not that I would be encouraging it, but just X the honk. Yeah. Yeah, I love geese. I love it when they do that neck down thing and they chase you. It's funny. I don't like being bitten by them, but it's been a while. Oh, I'm sorry, Lily. That sounds sad. Merciful Mermaid Tarot. Oh, hang on. I have a question about another topic. Do you learn your video text by heart? Your videos are so long. I wonder how you do them. Okay, I'll answer that. No, I don't. So they're filmed in chunks, and sometimes you can see the edit cuts, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes I hide the edit cuts when I've put things on screen. Often that is an excuse for me to either read something, just reading it verbatim, just reading the text off my phone or whatever. Or what I'll be doing is I'll be reading just normally, and then I'll be like, right, stop, get a drink, read a bit more, and then deliver. Sometimes I'm reading off my phone, but I don't tend to just write things out. So sometimes it's bullet points. Sometimes I do write chunks out. It's a bit of a mixture. So I don't really have a consistent thing that I do every single time that's repeatable every single time. It's just a bit different. Every time it's different. Yeah. It's just every time it's different. Like right now, I'm just sitting here drinking tea, hanging out. And if you were to ask me about menopause, I would struggle. But then if you were to ask me about something else that I know about, then I can talk to you about it. So it's kind of like that. I hope that answers your question. It's a good question. There was another one and I forgot to find it. Oh yeah, that was it. Merciful Mermaid Tarot. I saw a post with something mean being done to a cicada bug. My friend laughed, but I was upset and said it was animal abuse. I won't explain. Oh, I'm so sorry. That would annoy me as well. That would, it gets to me too. Thank you. You'll notice that, like, even where I'm struggling right now is that I'm trying to get my video white balance to be the same every video. You will notice if you click through my videos that they all look a little bit different and they all sound a tiny bit different. And I'm working on trying to get things consistent so that they kind of look good. This is new to me, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of my early videos just make me cringe, not because of the content, but because of me. But I don't mind hearing myself now. I'm sort of over it a bit. I just added to my workflow today. I've just added this to my workflow today. So from now on my main videos, you should see that the white balance looks the same because it's just a white balance card. So I can kind of like, in the editing software, say this is like, you know, medium gray. This is white. And then the computer will then correctly calibrate the white balance. I film in 5000 Kelvin. Everything is, all the lights are set to 5000K. But I've really been struggling to, because then I go to sort of edit and it's like, why does everything look a little bit green? And I'm just sort of fiddling around. That's all I'm doing. I'm just fiddling around. But at least with this, it should look better. Charlie, embrace the cringe. It's freeing. Oh my God. There's a Taylor Swift speech where she talks about this. And I love what she says about cringe. It's worth checking out. All of you should check it out. If you ever feel cringe, you need to check it out. Taylor Swift's cringe speech. Because yeah, embrace the cringe. It is freeing. And also you kind of like only sort of ever really improve as you know, if you do sort of thing. Makes sense. And thank you all. You're all far too kind. Oh, your kids met John Cleese. He's touring California right now. Doesn't he live in America now? He moved? Did he move to Barbados or something? We do need a tea break because my tea's cold. 2 minutes. So this is what happens. So you may have noticed there are no ads. Well, there are actually because I press a button and play them. But that only happens during a 2-minute break. So no one gets interrupted by ads. Isn't that fun? So yeah, 2-minute break. I'm going to stretch my legs, get a fresh cup of tea and maybe a vegan sausage roll. And I will see you in 120 seconds. Small chance of overrun, but it doesn't usually. Depends how fast the kettle boils. Okay, see you in 2 minutes. Go to the toilet, have a wee, treat yourself, have a poo maybe, wash your hands. You know? 2 minutes. See you soon.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden, I'll follow only golden,
I need more than 20 seconds. I'm just eating a sausage roll. I don't know, like 30 seconds?
Walk up the river
Maybe 40 seconds?
by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold birds, gold string, gold words, gold anything, golden. I follow only golden, golden, golden things, golden. I follow only golden, golden things.
Thank you very much, Kylie Daly. Sorry. Sorry for the cough. I was saying thank you very much, Kylie Daly. Quintus Aurelius Symmachus Maximus. I always miss these because I'm working. Well, not today. I hope work is going all right. I hope it's not that you missed work or something. I hope that's not the reason. No, not Greg's, Charlie. I wish. There's no Greg's on the island. I wish there was Greg's. No, it's Walls. It's not amazing, but they were half price, and I needed something. So I got this. Sorry, it's half-eaten sausage roll thing. It's okay. It's passable. It's not amazing. Greg's, on the other hand, is amazing. I not immortal. I do have 9 lives, this is true. Except I don't know which life I'm on. Okay. I want to talk about employment. But jobs and job seeking and all this sort of shit. But and I know my experience is tech mostly. Not entirely. I used to volunteer for Cats Protection, and I've done a lot of animal shelter stuff. Various things. So I kind of have experience from that arena too. And then Nina's experience. But yeah, employment is coming. I want to sort of like ABA first. Let's ABA away. Wave ABA goodbye, BA. And I full well know the YouTube game. I'll probably make a video and it's not friendly to advertisers. It'll get demonetized and won't get shown to anyone. No one will see it. But at least it'll be done. If you haven't seen my sex education video, you should probably see that too. Add to the list of the videos YouTube didn't like. First mention of Christmas has just happened by Lily Northover. Oregano, or oregano, I guess. Some people would say oregano, but it's oregano. We both know this. And olive oil sourdough crackers from last Christmas right now. I hope they're in date. I really need to go shopping, but shops, people, fluorescent lights. Thank you for the Christmas. Autism in the ABA way. Wave it away. Get it done. Charlie, I am a useless member of society, TM. No, you are not. Um, no, you are not. But you'll, yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is a big topic for another day, really. But it's kind of like life expectation in a way. Like, life comes in phases and you don't know what phase it is that you're in until you get into the next phase. You have no idea if you are in barely surviving each day. I appreciate that is true. But like, you won't know if you're actually in the barely surviving each day because there may be another phase which is much worse. On the other hand, there may be another phase. I don't apologize, Quintus. There's no such thing as derail. Actually, there is. Like, occasionally a troll will come in, but like you didn't derail. That's normal. You're not on the Discord, are you, Quintus? Just because. Have you seen what happens when you have neurodivergent people talking to each other? Stay on topic, guys. For goodness sake. I'm currently what I'm calling semi-retired, and it's fucking amazing. Amazing suit. That's just high five. Douche high five. It's like, I suppose what I was trying to say, like, to Charlie, I guess, but just like in general, I guess I'm kind of like, is when I thought things were shit, things have gotten like shitter in a weird way, like in another phase. Or suddenly a better phase will start and I still think I'm in the shit phase, but actually it's hard. I guess what I'm trying to say is you can only really look back on your life and go, oh, that was this phase. That was then that happened and then that happened. Therefore that happened. But that happened. So this happened. Therefore that happened. And I had to do that. You can only look back. You can't say what phase you're in. You're blind to the phase you're currently in. You have no idea. I have no idea. This YouTube phase. I mean, what's going to happen? What's going to happen on... what's going to happen? Like, to me, I don't know. I can promise you this. I'm a YouTuber now. Like, like professionally. I'm not yet fully full-time. But it's close. I remember the last time I derailed a conversation, so many people died. No, wait, that was the last time I derailed a train. That's the exact turn he's talking about life too. Life phase, yeah. And then eventually you will die, and you won't know. You will never have closure on the current phase that you are in. I think that's. Sorry, YouTube's probably going to demonetize my stream now. Please keep up with this face. I could either do 40. Oh, don't say that. Oh my god, I'm going to be so fucking old. Which get to hardest film? No. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's like doing YouTube is just a phase. It can span multiple phases, obviously. Like in my time with Nina, we have had multiple phases. We can look back and go, oh, that time, right? That time, oh, for fuck's sake, that time. Yes, Charlie, psychic damage. It was extra effective. It's just the way you put it. It's like when people say, oh, the 90s? Yeah, that was 30 years ago. Yeah, it's stuff like that. Yeah, it's stuff like that. It does psychic damage. It's not a phase, Mom. Yeah. But it's like, you can only say what that phase was looking back. Yeah. I don't know. Talking of phases, I feel like I want to do like some old school YouTube again. 5 reasons you could be autistic or ADHD. YouTube face. I mean, don't blame me for doing content like that. I don't know. People click on it. I just can't bring myself to do it. I know I've done it in the past. I feel like I just want to do would you click on a video that said, 70 stims you must try. In parentheses, must see. Like Meg will do a listicle and then go hard for 45 minutes. Would you do like 170 stims? Would you click it? Tell me now. If you made it funny. Sometimes you have to pay the bills. Oh, why is it about human nature that does that? I don't know. Maybe I clicked on a few, like, when I was searching around trying to figure things out, I guess. I mean, I'm not saying it's not, you know, PDA no. Top 100 stims, watch Mojo. Yeah. Oh, if you did, at least once. Thank you, Sue. Existential crisis around 9. Goodness. Yeah. Try not to think about it too much. No, this is Guest UK. I don't know. Like, top 20 reasons why you... How to pick up a cat. Step 1. Locate cat. Step 2. Gain consent from cat. Step 3. Lift. 7 ways to stim with cats. Top 20 reasons why cats don't like you. Catcher. Why my autism pisses you off and why I don't give a damn. How do you do step 2? Gain consent. I'll show you. Yeah, maybe we need a video. Maybe, Sonny go, maybe this has to actually be a video. At a bar. Do you guys, you haven't seen all of my cat footage from the bar? You guys haven't seen it, have you? You've seen some of it, maybe. I went to a bar in Bristol. I was supposed to meet up with Quinn. There was a bit of executive dysfunction and I didn't meet up with Quinn. So I had some free time and I went to I Googled cats in Bristol and I found a pub, which is like a bar type of thing. I found a pub which had cats. So I went to it and it was amazing. I went and met like a whole load of cats in a pub, which was really surreal and weird. And I took loads of pictures and so many videos. Yeah. A cat pub, we know what pubs are. Some people don't though. Like you may have noticed I do like an English thing and then I do a conversion to American. I like freedomize my language sometimes. Just so that there's like, because most of the audience is US. It was a pub full of cats. Like a cat cafe was the best example, but it wasn't a cat cafe. It was a cat pub. Sally is so lovely. I had a Sally beer, a Sally Wag beer. I wouldn't normally, and I'll be honest, it tasted like something that you would be served at Hogwarts without the sugar. And there were cats. There's cats everywhere. It was amazing. There was this little black one, Wolfgang. They had a cat called Wolfgang that had recently passed away, and I was hearing about him like a Siamese thing, and it was so sad. Anyway, there was artwork on all of the walls, and some of my artwork is now adorning the wall. Yep. If you're ever in Bristol, you have to go see this cat pub. I'm not joking. You have to like cats, obviously. Take an antihistamine if you need to, and then go and look at this cat pub. It's surreal. It's surreal AF. So if anybody knows my cat graffiti, that's on the wall. So you definitely need to go check it out. And if you do, I signed it Mike at Autistic AF as well. So like you'll see, it's like branding go on. But I was delighted. I was so happy. So I just sort of walked in and I thought, oh, you know, because obviously you all understand the emotions, you understand how everything works. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I didn't see any cats. I thought maybe I was in the wrong place. And then I started to see cats. Lots of cats in rock, metal bars, clubs. Yeah, this place is quite metal and rock. Yeah, this is very rock metal. Yeah, definitely, 100%. There definitely is a connection. I don't know what the connection is. Maybe there's a connection with cats in all genres, but yeah, it was quite rock metal-y, kind of, culturally, blah, blah, blah. Is there a cat cafe on the island? I don't think there is. I was just amazed. This cat pub was phenomenal. And I have video, which I can't show you right now because I need to preload it. But like, yeah, there's cat video. Actually, I probably can show you on my phone, I guess. Oh no, I can't because I updated to iOS 26 and it hasn't synced. I can show you a 1 minute 20-second video of Quinn. I can show you a 35-second video of Hydra playing with a catnip mouse. I can show you some decaf Yorkshire tea. Okay. That's the drawing. It's on the wall. It was so loud in there. The cats were just fine, I guess. Maybe they were well, they weren't deaf, but they probably incurred some degree of deafness. And oh, sorry, I keep going on about it. I guess folks on YouTube haven't seen, right? But like, you can see some of the video from my chat with Quinn, but that's on Patreon. Okay, you can see some of the video. I don't think I posted it on YouTube. Oh, I did. I made a YouTube short. You guys can see the YouTube short. Hang on a second. Let me get the YouTube short for you. YouTube.com, Autistic AF. I don't know, cats. He has 15 cats. Autistic AF is the name of a YouTube channel by Mike, a late diagnosed autistic person identified, AI, and features contents about autism from a neurodivergent perspective. While some videos may include cats, the channel's content is primarily focused on Mike's experiences and the realities of living with autism. Living with autism? I've just Googled this. What? Some viewers mistakenly believe the name refers to autistic cats, but the name is actually a self-descriptor for the channel's creator. Sorry. I wish I could share my screen right now. Right, where's my like YouTube chat box? Okay, there it is. Okay, sorry. I was just trying to find my short, but oh man, I can't. It says, there you go. Why is it? It's too long. There you go. That's what Google reckons. Autistic AF is the name of a YouTube channel. Some viewers mistakenly believe the name refers to autistic cats. That's funny. That's funny. That's weird. I've never Googled myself. The channel explores the nuances of autism and how it shapes daily life from the perspective of an autistic person. Okay, I think I've just found a YouTube video. I have to do this for YouTube or something. Some of Mike's live streams or other content might feature cats, but the primary focus remains on discussions related to autism. A viral video may have used the phrase autistic AF cats. I don't think it has. Oh, that's funny, man. Okay, all I did was I just typed YouTube autistic AF cats. Okay, I'm just trying to find my cat short. That's funny. Yeah, it's run off Autistic Cats, hasn't it? That's hilarious. That's so funny. There you go. Yeah, this one. Okay, here's the video. I've just posted it there. It's a link. It's just a YouTube link. If you click that video, you'll see all of the cats. It's not all the footage, but it's just, you'll see all of the cats in it. And the art on the wall and stuff. Yeah, misinterpreted autistic cats. Yeah. AI, man. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, sorry, just waffling there. Yeah, that's really weird. I'm going to just Google myself now. I should really be sharing my screen, but I don't know. I'm just going to write Mike Autistic AF. That's weird. I don't use AI mode on Google very often. A late diagnosed autistic man. However, outside of this specific community, using Autistic AF as a descriptor is considered disrespectful and harmful. What the fuck? Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is hilarious. Look at this. Look at that. In the chat. Look at that. Look at that in the chat. Mike Autistic AF is the name of a popular YouTube channel online community run by Mike, a late diagnosed autistic man. However, outside of this specific community context, using Autistic AF as a descriptor is considered disrespectful and harmful. Wow. That's funny. The phrase autistic as fuck is part of a trend of using autistic as a derogatory online slang term. Oh wow, it's getting really angry with me. I just Googled myself. That's hilarious. In the chat. Reduces people to a label. Using autistic as an insult or adjective for undesirable behavior reduces a complex condition to a negative stereotype. Reinforces negative stigmas. It perpetuates the idea that being autistic is a bad thing, feeding into harmful prejudices and contributing to stigma. I don't think I do. Dismisses real experiences. This type of slang trivializes the genuine challenges and experiences faced by many autistic people. For the if you have an issue with someone's actions, address the specific behavior rather than using a term associated with a neurodevelopmental difference. I feel like it's woke to me. In a funny way. That was me. That's humor, by the way. That's not meant as a political thing. Some members of the neurodivergent community reclaim terms like this for themselves in a positive way. That doesn't mean it's acceptable for neurotypical people to use them. Oh wow. Okay. I've just been educated. All I wrote was Mike Autistic AF into Google. And it's gone off on a massive rant about the problematic use of Autistic AF and like given like bullet points and everything. And like 3 bullet points on using more respectful language. Wow. I don't think it likes me. That's funny. Try Autistic AF YouTube. I need to actually share my screen, don't I? All right, nothing came up straight away, so I clicked AI mode. Yeah, it's pretty sensible. It's even mentioned that I did the collaboration with Claire. That's in there somehow. Yeah, that's all there, yeah. It's mentioned a few titles in my videos. 6 autism signs of DSM-5 completely missed. 20 autistic love languages that will melt your heart. 10 reasons why you shouldn't click on listicles on YouTube. 20 reasons why... 20 reasons why... Sorry, my head is being slightly boggled by the fact that anyone Googling my channel is going to be schooled as to why they shouldn't be using the term. Like the N-word or something. It's just like, it's like, what have I done? Really? Wow. Rogue scolding. Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, woke scolding. I got referred to as woke scolding with my Dr. K video. Autistic F is only an insult if you really believe autistic is an insult. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And to be in fact, using autistic or for a while, acoustic was a thing. That's kind of fallen out now, hasn't it? There's lots of variations on words that look a little bit like autistic, and they are often used as derogatory insults, and kind of aimless derogatory insults. You know, sort of like gaming community kind of culture. They get used a lot. If you play any online video games with voice, you'll often hear terms relating to autistic or acoustic or whatever. And it's often used like, so it doesn't really make much sense. Like genuinely like, but I don't know. Whatever. I couldn't remember the heck I heard this play. It was here. All right, okay. What play was that? Geek and nerd used to be insults. Yeah, definitely. They definitely did. I think it's almost less of an issue now. Well, I guess now we've got tech bros that have kind of emerged from geeky nerdy culture. But yeah, things will always move around a bit. I don't know. I don't even think that... I think when people are referring to sort of autism in a derogatory way, particularly with online gaming, it's often like, you know, somebody's done something bad or in some way, you know, or not the same way everyone else would. They want to throw it out as a derogatory term. It's a bit weird because they're completely missing the point. Leslie, the Autistic AF YouTube channel is a vibrant, emotionally resonant space where autistic adults unpack the lived experience with clarity, nuance, and a healthy dose of sarcasm. That's kind of accurate and very sort of genteel. Albert, Autistic AF is a casual phrase where AF is an abbreviation for as fuck or as fucking. I don't consider the as fucking one. Meaning that somebody is very, intensely, or extremely autistic. That's true. Leslie, it's not just educational, it's a reclamation of identity, a challenge to outdated narratives, and a celebration of neurodivergent authenticity. Amen. And cats. Yeah. And cats. Would you like to have a car or a scuba mask or a scuba mask to hide your cat playing air guitar with headphones? What goes on in your arty brain, catcher? Scuba mask to hide your cat playing air guitar with headphones. Yeah? I mean, that's the picture I want to see now. Like it's so saturated. The play that went wrong is going to be in my city. Oh, wow, okay. AF also after 40. Depends how long you've been around. Like, after 40 was very much how things was. For a long time. I mean, you know, that's going back in the day, isn't it? Wow. I was like live streaming all the time as well. It was such a strange kind of heady experience. Acoustic is now being used to mean a non-e-bike. Oh, an acoustic bike. All right, cool. Yeah, that kind of makes sense because you've got electric bike, non-electric bikes, an acoustic bike. Okay, cool. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But it's like an acoustic, I guess, is kind of fun. I guess it kind of probably does hurt a little bit when, you know, word emerges from a group of friends and then it kind of gets, you know, used in a weird way. Autistic and Flirty, the dating specific side channel. Oh, you must be referring to Autistic OF. I tell you, Mr. This is going. Never mind my question on Discord. Okay. After 50 here. Well, AF can be after 50. Oh, no. Don't play. Don't autoplay. No. Stop talking. Strange man on the screen. Stop talking. Quinn's lovely, by the way, if any of you wanted to know. Quinn's amazing. I wish Quinn didn't live so far away. It's great to spend time with Quinn. I think the first time I met up with him, it was all a bit weird because, you know, this man from the TV is you know, there. And then, like, obviously, you know, it's a bit, you know, second time around was a bit better. Autistic amniotic fluid. Neurotypicals are all acoustic, yeah. What do you mean, what are edibles in this scenario? My cat won't leave me alone, so I can eat dinner, and I'm blaming you for this. Me! What was her name again? It wasn't Princess something, was it? Begins with P? Priscilla? What was your cat? Pat lady. Van Pat driver lady. What was your cat's name? Was it Ophelia? Why can't I can remember your cat's name? I'm definitely electric because I run out of charge and then the douche. Duchess, that was it. Hey, I said Tom Scott. For what, Leslie? I don't mind the comparisons with Tom Scott. I like Tom Scott. And I think part of the reason why I quite like Tom Scott in terms of his content creation, and also Quinn from Autistamatic, is that both of them come from a world of BBC Two, you know, received pronunciation, educational TV content. And they both come across like the sort of content that you wished was played in school instead of the weird content that you actually got. And I kind of like, that's kind of why I kind of like the vibe and the way they present, because both of them are BBC Two, early 90s. That's kind of where they're at. And that vibe kind of, it feels homely to me. It feels, you know, my brain is ready to sort of connect with that sort of stuff. I got the Lateral book last night. Oh, nice. I was thinking about it. What is BBC Two? So it's like, it's a TV channel which it aired Red Dwarf. You've probably heard of Red Dwarf. Lots of cult TV. Like American PBS. Yes. BBC Two is like American PBS. That's never been equated in my head, but yes, it is. With one exception. BBC Two has a certain voice, a certain way of speaking and communicating. So if you have listened to Quinn from Autistamatic, and you've listened to how he talks, and you have also listened to Tom Scott, and how Tom Scott communicates ideas and concepts with his language and the way he would pause and enunciate his words, and the way that I'm talking now, this is received pronunciation, which is a type of English dialect which comes from the Queen's English. It's referred to as received because traditionally people who were fortunate enough to go to public school, which in the UK is like what America would be a private school, they would then receive this dialect via their education and via their teachers. Okay? Yeah, the Queen's English, yes. So the Queen would speak in a certain way. The BBC would also present in a certain way. BBC Two would talk with a lot of received pronunciation. Received as in, it's an affectation. Do you know what I mean? BBC One is more modern and younger sort of thing. So BBC One would be like a nightclub, and BBC Two would be like a cocktail bar. BBC Two would be like, well, it's Tom Scott and Quinn, isn't it? So I had an idea of what it was, but nobody was called received. Yeah, oh yeah, there you go, Lissa. Yeah, there's a little bit of information there which is useless to everybody, but there it is. Yeah, received pronunciation is considered to have been sort of received, sort of indoctrinated accent for posh folks. Like Tom. Charlie, my dad taught himself to talk like that, and then I picked it up from him and TV shows. Yes, indeed. So RP, or received pronunciation, was a really strong accent or dialect back in the 1940s and 50s. It was super strong. Nowadays, it's well, like I say, it's like Quinn and Tom Scott. It is a bit posh, but it sort of also isn't. It's the way you would expect your news to be read. Which channel does this make you? Just me as like Autistic AF, right? Any comparisons to the previously two great YouTube channels is welcome. TV commentator accent, yes. I get back to RP. What's RP? RP is received pronunciation. It is a British way of speaking, common on British television from the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s and onwards. Tom Scott, received pronunciation. Quinn as well, I would say. Leans into RP. Both Quinn and Tom Scott lean into RP. And that kind of makes me feel like it's a comforting thing. It's a comforting communication language accent. Get your HVAC maintenance done, Soup. My goodness, I wish I had HVAC. Tell a lie, I do. I've got... You want to see British HVAC? Do you guys want to see British HVAC? I don't know if you do. Do you want to see British HVAC? Let me know if you do, because otherwise I'm not going to get up. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to get up if I don't want to see British HVAC. It's just an open window. Yeah, we've got. Is it a big fan of yours? Exactly. No. I've got a little air conditioning unit, which hasn't been turned on in a month. We don't like on the Isle of Man, Britain as well. Like we don't have HVAC. We just don't have it. And specifically, as we've had quite a lot of like really hot, humid kind of heat waves throughout summers, everyone really suffers because we just don't have it. It's not an issue now, but British HVAC. That's it. This. There you go. This is HVAC. That's it. A little portable HVAC with a big plastic tube that goes out the window. And you can get a little bit of AC when it's really, really hot and humid. But we don't have AC. That's going to go in the garage, like, soon, like imminently. And it'll get brought out again, I don't know, June or something. But we don't have it. Obviously, I come from a town known for being chavs. I'm surprised my accent can go that way. Oh, okay. I have one like that too. Actually, two, one for each floor. It helps, but it's not great. Yeah, it'll just do this room. Like, that's New England HVAC as well, at least those of us in older houses. Okay. Yeah, HVAC stands for central air. It does. We just don't have it. We just don't have anything as fancy as that. So that is like in like a British household, like that is what you would expect to see at most. Like we don't have like, even our hotels don't often have HVAC or AC or whatever. Like like on my trip to England, when I stayed in Bristol, I had not one but two fans. I had two fans. Well, welcome to Britain. It's pretty rare outside stores and government places. Yeah. We have central electric heating or it's off. Yeah. So yeah. Central heating is like pretty common now. But it wasn't in the past, you know. 2 fans. Yeah, Helen, I had 2 fans. As soon as I saw the 2 fans, I thought, oh my God, this is going to be a shit night. This is going to be a really shit night. This is going to be a really shit night. This is going to be awful. As soon as I saw 2 fans, I was horrified. I'm like, oh my God, no. It wasn't too bad. I had to use both fans. Because the windows only open an inch. And you're in a hotel building. Houses in Britain are not designed for heat, they can't cope. Older Aussie houses are designed with airflow, sun orientation and shade, which makes AC far less necessary. Yeah, interesting. We don't have central heating in our house either. We have an oil burner that blows hot air in through one big vent, just to go for the house based on vibes. Yeah, I know how you feel. I know how that feels. A couple of heaters that have timers. It gets way too hot and muggy. It's the muggy here. Not to have central air. Yeah, it's the muggy feeling that's kind of like, oh, there's a wood burner there, and when the winter comes around, we'll just heat like a small little space. We won't heat the whole house. We've got central heating, but we've got like smart thermostats. The system's by Tadu is the one we use, and they're really cool because you can basically have it so it will shut off the valves to all the other radiators except maybe the room you're in. Central heat in VT, Jottle F500 V3, and a few cords of firewood. Yeah, wow, that's a lot. We have about a cord of firewood, but it has to like season. You have to leave it for ages. It is such a pain in the butt, but it is cozy. The cats love it. Want to upgrade to a heat pump? Yeah, if your house is like insulated enough, like heat pump away. Like you need a efficiency coefficient, a COP of like 4. This is a heated discussion. Yeah, it's become muggy at times, which isn't new for many parts of California. Is it? Interesting. I thought you got like a nice cool sea breeze coming through. Lots of VT residents heat with wood. The best place to find AC here are posh hotels or new builds sometimes, or the freezer section or cold room of grocery shops. Helen, you're not joking. You're not joking. You know the trick, don't you? Like, I'm just looking at things in the frozen, in the freezer. Did I want this pizza? No, I didn't. Did I want this pizza? No, whole house re-insulated. Wow, okay. Pretty cool. I have HV and AC for the shade from the trees. Mid-central Ontario. Yeah, I mean, Canadians, you guys got trees, all right? You got lots of trees. Top floor fat, free heating from downstairs. Yeah, that is a benefit. That is. My parents go to Waitrose to cool down in the summer. Malls movie theatres are great places to go on hot days. Yeah. Because they've got a whole cool room of fresh veggies. It gets really bad. You can go there. Isn't it like really strange? Like enjoying the AC in the local shopping centre. Yeah. That's it. I think like in the UK, particularly in Britain, there has been like some proper heat waves this year. I feel like I haven't been out to enjoy it though, because I don't mind a heat wave if my feet are in the sea. It was too muggy for most of the summer. Yeah, it was. It was really quite humid. The Isle of Man is less, well, it is quite humid, but I noticed going across how much more muggy and humid it was, particularly going south. Bristol was very muggy and humid, like extremely. I to take a bag of ice cubes from the freezer and hug them. Oh, pop a plushie in the freezer. Get like a penguin plushie, which you can freeze. That has to be a thing. Penguin plushie has to be a thing. A freezable penguin plushie? Come on. Someone's like, that has to exist, right? Yeah, I hate being sweaty too. It drives me nuts. Leslie, is ABA video coming this month or next month? I'll tell you the original plan. So the original plan was to get it out for June. That slipped to July. That slipped to August. And that really did slip to August. And then August slipped to September. Now August slipped because I wanted to get it done before I went to the UK. Yeah, it'll get done. It'll be soon. Part of the reason why it has to be soon is I've been told I only have 20 days to get my qualification done. Before my, accesses and things expire. So I actually do have a hard limit of like 3 weeks to become a therapist. So it is actually, it is going to be soon. I have no intention of actually doing the therapeutic hours in order to get fully signed off. That's where I'm stopping. I'm not proceeding with actually doing ABA or helping out with ABA assessments or anything. I actually can't. Yeah, I've got about 20 days to finish. Otherwise I have to, I don't know, do the whole thing again, I guess. Can you fly to Finland every 2 weeks to be my therapist? I suspect, is not just being in Finland in some respects therapeutic. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Finland looks so beautiful. Finland is really on my list of places I would love to visit. In fact, I'm well overdue a visit to Norway. I mean, Nina's got family in Norway. We are desperately overdue a trip to Norway. Do you know what? I actually am quite happy to take ideas for titles because the title and thumbnail is the most important bit. It's the bit that I'm worst at doing. Oh, I thought you meant the YouTube video. No, it's the entry level. It's just the behavior technician. It's just RBT, yeah. No, it's no higher than that. It's very basic. If I lived at a summer cottage, I probably wouldn't need a therapist, but I do need to participate in society. Yeah. Pierre Novelli's there is a couple of phrases Pierre Novelli used that have sat with me so fucking hard. I think about them every day. One of them is his face dance thing. The other one is that where he said that if he didn't have, comedy as a career, that he would have been a problem for society to solve. And I think about that myself as well. I've got nothing. I've got, I would, if I didn't have my passions and interests and I was just lucky enough to pursue them at the right time in the right place, I would have just been a problem for society to solve. And I still might be. So, hold that thought. Nikki, Mike, take me with you. Dumfries has links with... Again. Mike, take me with you. Dumfries has links with Norway, and I learned Norwegian a couple of years ago. Oh, wonderful. Veldig bra. We'll be got julling soon. I'd love to live in Finland, or at least I think I do at least. Yeah. Oh, Chloe, you're unwell. Chloe, get best wishes. Maybe you can fill us in Discord if it's something you want to share or not. I forgot. Nina said this is okay to share. Anyway, this is an interesting thing. We had Colin returned, sliced, and there's nothing to worry about, they said. There's nothing to worry about, which is great. Except for the fact that, Colin was I don't know, quite large. And like you have to kind of like bind yourself up. So like Nina was really struggling for quite a few days. Mostly because they make you wear like tight-fitting bras and things, but nothing is so tight as actually binding yourself. So I've been tying her up every day with a scarf. Like Nina is like super tied up. Anyway, I ordered some trans tape for her, which is really, really funny because if any of you ever have breast surgery, you need to get some trans tape because it was quite funny because like when she's driving in the car, she was using blahages. Sorry. Some of this is going to have to just be Discord only. There's like blahages. But yeah, so she's got some like trans tape on the way because we've been improvising. But basically you have to bind. And then she's been able to get on. She's been doing like DIY and shit. She's been like super active, but only if like really tightly bound. So she wanted me to share with everybody the news that Colin has been removed and sliced up and scanned and microscoped and everything and is fine. It was a rare but fast growing tumour. Spotted when it was only like a centimetre big or whatever. And by the time it was removed, it was like fucking huge. It's like a boiled egg or something. It's like, you know, it's like terrifyingly fast growing. Like, yeah, so that's removed and she's had so much difficulty until binding. So you have to bind basically in order to get about with your day. And she wanted me to pass that on to everybody. Remember to, if you ever have like surgery there, you have to, yeah. There you go. Glad Colin was anything stress-inducing. Yeah, this is true. It's glad it's not further stress, whereas it's been sufficiently stressful up till date. There you go. There you go. So that just popped into my head, but that was a genuine thing to share, and Nina was happy for me to share that. In fact, she wanted me to share that, so there you go. I've shared it now. But yeah, like, I just think it's like hilarious. Well, sorry, it's not hilarious, like in a ha-ha funny. It's hilarious in like a British way, you know, like not at all funny, but it's not even sarcasm. I don't even know what that is. I get criticized for it on my videos all the time. People like always tell me, I don't understand why you're laughing. And I'm like, neither do I. I don't know why I'm laughing either. Can't help it. Gallows humor. Yeah, it's kind of like gallows humor. It's kind of like, did it say Blahaj? So Blahaj, yeah. So she's been using, this is hard to explain because some of this plays into future content. I do laugh a lot. I had one person say to me the other day, like, why are you like cackling on your video? And it's like, cackling, man. Bloody hell. Don't make me out to be like one of one of the witches from like yeah, one of the 3 witches. I'm like, dude, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's exasperation. I guess it's just emotion. It's just, I don't know. I'm working on being as good a communicator as I can, and I'm sorry it's distracting. I'm trying. I'm working on it. I do care about it, but I just can't. I don't know. Laughing during hard moments. So it's coping by releasing different kinds of hormones. I think so. I do weird shit. I don't know if anyone can relate, but like my autism assessment, I deliberately took my Matchbox cars, including the one that later became the Autism Speaks police car thing. I made an Autism Speaks car out of one of my Matchbox cars. And I took them. I have them here. Look, Matchbox car. I took some Matchbox cars with me. These aren't the ones I took. These are different ones. But I took some Matchbox cars with me. And I said, I brought these. Do you need me to play with them? Do you want me to play with them? Do you want me to order them by color, or would you like me to line them up? And I don't know why I was doing that. I don't know why, after all of the stress of getting to the point of having an actual autism assessment, I spend the time talking about lining up some Matchbox cars that I brought along, because I knew that that was part of the thing. I also said, do you want me to count matchsticks or something? I heard that's a thing. And by the way, it is. In the ADOS 2, there's also matchsticks. Who'd have thought? Where did they get that idea from? You could say it's raining outside, man. So I think it's like just a way of like handling the stress of it all. And you know what I mean? Not in a... No buckling on the cackling. What's buckling mean? Laughing stimming as a way of comforting. I think it is. I think it is, particularly if it's taking that sort of, you know, pent up energy and then just letting some of it out. I think my therapist said that laughing through hard stuff doesn't let me fully feel it. I mean, kinda. In a home for the dying, don't let them have paracetamol because it might relieve their pain kind of way. Yeah, fuck that. I mean, yes, but also, you know, also, fuck that. MASH, yeah. I do have dark humor. But like, I'm just like, you know, maybe just, it's not like not feeling it. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, okay. I think it helps me avoid trauma. I become a stand-up comedian when trying to destroy. I feel a yawn as a form of de-stressing me in a turmoil. Yeah, interesting. I think that's true. That can be a good stim too. Venting tension without impulse control. Yeah. Then if you have to stop laughing, that's usually you have to consciously mask then. It is, Galen, yeah, it is, yeah. I have to consciously mask a lot of things. And, you know, a lot of the time you're just not aware that you're consciously masking. Sorry, looking at my tripod, it looked like it was leaning. That's the actual tripod, not the cat. So, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's one of those things, I guess. Showing inappropriate effect was mentioned in my diagnostic report. They said it can be a sign of autism. It can. In fact, actually talking diagnostically, it's socially, it's not a socially appropriate reaction. So yeah, 100% it can. By the way, since I made my video that went live 2 hours ago, I found, because when I said I don't have a copy of the ADOS 2, like coding, I do now. I found it online in French. I've got a French copy. So yeah, I might share the link in the Discord if anyone speaks French or you want to translate it. No, yeah, 3 tripod cats, yeah. Sabre and Bruce, both front leg amputees, and Julian is a back leg amputee. Previously to that, Georgie was a Maine Coon. She was a rear leg amputee as well. And Katie, which was a cat that, as I say, came with Nina. It was like date Nina and her cats and dogs. She was lovely tortoiseshell. She was beautiful. She was incredibly clever, incredibly loving, kind of dopey, very much like Mog. I called her K-Toy from Wolverhampton. I used to say she was from Wolverhampton. Don't ask me why. I just thought she was from Wolverhampton and her name was K-Toy. That shit, isn't it, K-Toy? From Wolverhampton. She's a lovely cat. She was a front leg amputee. Was there anyone else? No. So that's 5. tripod cats, so to speak. In detail, assuming your tripod cats can produce lasers that turn people into ash. I cannot confirm or deny that. We want pics of the tripods in detail. Yeah, 100%. I actually have a Sabre adoption video, actually pre-made, because I made it as a video. I actually made a Sabre adoption video, so I could actually post that. Some of this stuff is kind of Patreon insofar as like it doesn't work on the main YouTube channel, because I think people would be surprised to see a Sabre adoption video on my normal YouTube channel, this one you're on now. But maybe not so on Patreon. It could be quite a nice little thing. You can see a younger Mike and a younger Sabes for that matter. Yeah, he lost a leg and his balls. And broke his tail. All on the same day. That was, if you ever think you've had a hard day, Saber's had it worst. I feel like the tripod cat should be voiced with a Liverpudlian accent. Oh, it's a Scouse. Kind of chucking and kind of cock. Or kind of chicken, that doesn't make sense. What's chucking? I can't, sorry, can't do it. Dana Anderson. Dana Anderson can do it. Actually, adopting Sabre was interesting because Sabre had just come into the cattery. I got a call, went down, and I picked Sabre up. Literally, Sabre was in the cattery for like an hour. He was literally in the cattery for like an hour. He didn't even go into the cattery. He was just in isolation for an hour. And I literally picked him straight up from isolation. And what was really funny is that you can hear him meowing over the noise of barking dogs and everything. Sabre's like meowing and complaining that he wanted to get out. It was so loud. And I literally picked him straight up, brought him home. Yeah, Sabre went through the ringer, yeah, defo. Bruce, similar story. Actually, pretty much the same story. Different leg. The Sabre has this one. Bruce has this one. Julian had a similar story. Julian was found. There was a lovely couple. They were driving their car in the countryside and they found Julian. He has a broken and rotting leg. His leg was literally rotten and full of flies and things, and it was broken off and everything. And they somehow scooped him up. He was feral at the time. Took him to a vet. And then the vet obviously took him to charity, and then I've adopted him from the charity cat. And he was, well, he is. He's lovely. Where is he? He sits there a lot of the time on that chair right there. You'll see him in my videos sitting there. My rainbow bridge tripod lost a back leg and was spayed on the same day. She chased me around playing later that night. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's surprising how good anaesthetic is. She probably benefited from the anaesthetic. Hello, Gemma. How are you doing? You've arrived late. Snell kitty. Please zoned out when they meant to do that kids at church. I get palpitations. What's that then? What did I miss in the chat? I've got a few legs left springing from this joint. You're not kidding, Granite. You're not kidding. In fact, you can see. But yeah, I mean, there's that. I've done tons of fundraising for cats protection. Yeah, it's been I guess an interest. I guess. I made some friends through it. I made some, like, what's the opposite of friends? Not friends through it as well. But you know what I mean. Like, it just is what it is. It's life. So I look back and I think of that as like not a phase, right? But like what you were saying earlier, Charlie, about like, you know, you're currently going through this difficult like time or era, I guess. And I look back at that and I look at that as an era. And it's not that I like, I don't like regret it or I'm calling it a phase or whatever, but there was very much a clearly defined sort of era of like cat kind of, you know, / animal welfare charity stuff. You missed me explain how I tried not to laugh when we had to kiss the statue of Jesus' feet and a lady went up and a loud pop sound echoed everywhere. Did she fart in front of Jesus, Charlie? It would have made me crack up. I would have lost it. I would have lost all composition. There's a certain amount of humor that masking just cannot. The dam of masking is just going to get shattered entirely by a loud fart in a church and some Jesus feet. Yeah, that's gonna do it. It's gonna make me go. I would have lost it. I would have lost it. I think she sucks the first that kissed it. Okay. That's even funnier. You're too young to remember this, but there was a lot of drama in the UK when a member of the royal family at the time, and one of the sort of junior members of the royal family called Fergie, was photographed or something, like sucking someone's toes on a beach. I can't remember the detail, but you can Google it. You can probably find pictures if you want. And that was really funny. I just can't get over how funny that is, and how it's just so funny. But it was a slow news time. Some of you will know. Some of you who like are old enough, you might even remember that. That went on for a long amount of news. I don't know how long that news cycle was. I was a child, but it was a long amount of time. Helen, I remember that. Yeah, it was funny. Was it? Was it funny? Have I just said something that's really horrific? You took us again. I'm not googling that to you. We were probably too busy obsessing over Monica Lewinsky. It was pre-Monica Lewinsky. I remember an American. I never knew what she did. Okay. Yeah. So she, look, hey, I'm not judging. I'm not sort of king shit. And do you know, it must be horrible to live in the public eye where you can't suck someone's toes on the beach in privacy. That's a sentence that's never come out of my mouth before. But oh, dearing me. Quintus Aurelius. I'm sorry, what? The privacy of a public beach. Yes, that's what I tripped up on. That's what I was trying to say. And it came out wrong. I miss the days of slow news. But that's kind of what I'm talking about. I was a child, okay? Like nothing, but it was just like in the news, and it must have been in the news for like a long ass time. Because it was all slow news. Like that was the height of, I don't even know what you want to call it. Salacious drama. I don't know. You're Googling it now. Do you remember, I don't know if any of you remember the live stream where I tried to get everyone to leave? And I tried to get everyone to leave by just sort of, I don't know. I worked quite hard on trying to get everyone to leave. And I was quite successful. I should have started with the toes thing. Good night, Wendy. On that note, I need to share the plants that I planted on a previous live stream. They are doing well. They are not dead. Small amounts of sand could be good for your digestion if you happen to be a bird. You can just ask her if you need it. No, that's not what I meant. I did like this weird inverse body scan thing where I'm like, you know, just think about like your toes or whatever, sort of wiggling and rubbing up against the seam in your socks or whatever. Sticky hands. You could put them up as a short clip. Yeah, and then everyone unsubscribes. Oh, enjoy England, Wendy. Enjoy England. Have fun. Do all of the things. Get a Greg's vegan sausage roll. You won't regret it. They're really nice. And only like £1. I think they're £1.40 or something now. What's that in American money? Like $10 for a sausage roll. They're amazing. That's just to get at full feet. No, Shoikla, no. No. Maurice likes to smell the feet. Maurice is Maurice is weird. I could tell you Anna is weird. She she likes to kind of like lick you like all around your ears and like lick your hair and stuff. It's like, it's properly gross, but it's also sweet, but it's properly gross, but it's also sweet, but it's also really gross, but it's also really sweet. I very much regret it with all that gluten. Well, if the boat, assuming you took the boat, needs fuel. I got a Greggs sausage roll the other day. It was great. Vegan. They're amazing. I actually like them. 1.6 pounds is $2.18 billion. Wow. Wow, inflation's really moved. I think it was John Oliver who interviewed Monica Lewinsky a few years ago. It was a great interview, in my opinion. You need to borrow Anna and Jasper. Yeah, Jasper, cat. Jasper's very chill. Haven't seen him now for about a week, but he's fine. This is what he does this time of year. He will be back imminently. We're not concerned. But yeah, he is chilling under some tree somewhere. He'll emerge on my head in the middle of the night. As for Anna Ferret, I don't think the postage for Anna Ferret is going to be very expensive. Anna Ferret is very, very, very light. I'm going to go see if I can get an Anna Ferret. Hang on. She's small and portable. This is an Anna Ferret Pro Max. Look. Whoa. She's not Pro Max size. She's small. Look at her head. Look at her face. Look at her cute little goody dimples. She's very annoyed. I annoyed her for you. That is a ferret. Well, she was very ferret-like in the past. My mum's asking Anna, it's birthday. Happy birthday, Charlie and Barvinci mum. Happy birthday. I'm not going to forget her name now because it's Anna, isn't it? Right? Thank you. Thank you for giving my neurons that piece of information that they will remember forever. Just because. Caramel Kitty, yeah. Happy birthday, Anna, human Anna. Supposed to, she's not here, but maybe pass it on. You have to pass it on. You have to screenshot the happy birthdays and send them to her. No consent. No, I did not have consent for that. For that cat show. I'll go pick up another one. Hang on. Oh my lord, she coming. This is Anna's sister, Tosca. Tosca weighs approximately, well, I can't feel her ribs, put it that way. She weighs about, I don't know how much it is in freedom units. Honestly, that's about 6 kilos of cat. I'm going off of estimation. She big. That was another cat. What we're going to do is go the eyes. Trudy, yeah, Helen, exactly, yeah. Yes, Judy, that cat looks odd. What a weird cat. No. Cattish. Yeah, exactly. What we're going to do is go to the after party, which is a place where we play games and stuff on Discord, and hang out. It'd be good to see some of you there. Otherwise, next week, every Tuesday, I do a live stream. I post a video every so often. I hope you enjoyed today's little bonus, little froggy video. I hope you enjoyed the froggies today. The froggies were good. And keep doing this is fun. I could do all of the ends. Well, this is Mike's fault. What have I done? I'll see some of you in after party, which is something we do on Discord. You can come join all tiers, including the lowest tier at $4 a month. That gets access, etc., etc. And that's how I can afford to make videos. There's no other way to do it. So thank you very much. Wibble wibble. The dented frog says goodbye. Pass you some autism. This is for you. But there is a stream every week. Mike's is blamed for me doing Sado cats and stuff. What have I done? I'll see you all soon. On the Discord. Like soon, you know? Like in a minute. Do some drawful. This music is banging. This is a good tune. I feel like I might have accidentally Pavloved everybody. I might have ABA'd everybody into thinking this is the time to leave when you hear the music. Because like 40 people have just gone.
Soft, turn the key and cooler on. Push a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through.
What if I told you that was just a ruse? You brought all the treats. Okay. How many people left? Most people. Most people have gone. They don't know yet, do they? They've gone. They just fucked off. Bruce. Okay, everyone, this is Bruce. Bruce or Bitey. Ow, ow, Bruce! There's something on my hands or... Wow, you're wild, dude. not normal. That's not what I expected. I'm like, oh, Bruce will have a nice treat. He'll have a nice time. And he acts like he's flipping orphan cat that's been rescued out of the desert or something. 40 cool people. The treat smells as well. It's a weird smell. I don't like the smell of that. That is incredibly disgusting. You want to do a Catmageddon? Nina wants to do a Catmageddon. Okay. A very, very chill Catmageddon. You mean just move things? Okay. Oh shit, sorry. Oh, sorry, I brought you in the back. Bruce! Oh my god! Send me to cat jail! Oh, kiss him! Oh, send me to cat jail. I just hit him on the head with a tin of treats. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry, Bruce. That was horrible, wasn't it? Okay, tasty treats pocket pillows today. Right, here we go. That's not food in a week. Exactly. Okay, here we go. I'm going to angle the camera down. Hey, Anna Ferret, you're so pretty. The white one. The white one. The white one. I can't throw biscuits because there aren't any biscuits in that tin. It's all wet food. It's all like, do you know what I mean? The bonus content that used to hide on CDs. Yeah, it is. All cool people here. Autistic Paige, welcome. Yeah, she does sound like Nora Jones. Okay. So anyway, yeah, this is Polly Pocket, Princess Polly of Fluffy Butt Castle, full name. Must use her full regal name. This is Polly. Sorry about the angle of the camera, but you know, kind of works, right? Let me unpack some more treats. We have Emma as well. Tosca, obviously. Tosca treat cat. And Anna. Oh, somebody should probably let the chat went to 8 people. Sorry, what happened? Are people waiting for the after party? The after party is happening in a moment. From to 8 people, let's check the after party. Yes, let them know in the after party that the stream is still here, and then we'll. You don't leave a stream. Like, what are you doing? There's always good shit at the end of videos. I'm sorry. I feel bad for all the lovely autistic cats in there. Thank you, Dookie. Okay, Polly deaf. Polly can't hear any of this. She will never hear the music. You like Polly? Or Anna? This is a pre-party, yeah. It's quite funny because a lot of people I know who are on the stream have gone, shouldn't do that. Phoenix, the stream's over. See you later. It's a break. This is the pre-party to the after-party. Exactly. I feel bad for people who aren't on Discord that I can't tell, but whatever. They'll have to learn. They're not worthy if they leave early, joke. Cora, welcome. Glad you're still here. You're officially one of the cool people. Okay. This is the pre-party. When I said this is the ADHD side of the channel, I think some people didn't get the memo. I'm a slave to my hormones. My endocrine system runs this channel. I don't know how best to explain that. Emma, you have had none, so I'm gonna get you. I'll go and pick Emma up. Emma can be a bit spicy, so. One of my cats always waits for everyone else to eat before him, and I have to shove the treats in his face. Love him. Yeah, Layla. Oh, that's not your Bengal, is it? I imagine your Bengal was the first to eat. It's just foil. Polly's too important to allow herself to catch a treat. There you go. Polly and Emma are friends. Frenemies, yeah, frenemies. But they're friendly enough. They tolerate each other just fine. They hang out together. They will slap each other, yeah. So, you might see it. Okay, that was Polly's butt. I have to... You can literally see where Polly's butt is, right? Yeah. I'll have to clean the desk in a minute. Hey, Leslie. You guys need to see the graph of concurrent viewers that I can see. It just goes badoof and then back up again. RFK did an announcement, did he? Autistic page? I'm ready for him, whatever he announces. I believe it's leaked now. Kind of like as near as damn it that he's going to go after Tylenol. Paracetamol, basically. If you want consent from Emma, you have to start lobbying for it a week in advance. This is called Be the Cat, and it's by Kylie Daly, who also writes the music for, not for the stream, that is used on stream. Probably Kylie Daly is used most. Most of her plays probably come from my YouTube channel. I'm not even joking. I know it's used elsewhere too, but yeah. She doesn't realise it yet, but Kylie Daly writes music for Emma! Right, stop it. I'm swearing at each other. That's Bruce.
Set aside every empty spreadsheet.
Move him there. This is Bruce. Okay, I have a mouse. That's good. I heard this song on her channel yesterday. Be the Cat. She's got one called Not Blue, which is really nice. Oh, not that one. Sorry. I think I just ruined it.
I like rusty spoons.
Nope, not you. Auto sad. We were notified. Right. After party is on. It's the pre-after party. But if you look at my Patreon here, if you look, hang on, look, it's going to show you the tiers in a minute. Come on. In a few seconds, it's not a 2-minute break. I'm just trying to. Why are you so slow to move on? What's going on? Okay, I don't know. I've given up on it. But basically, there are 3 tiers. They're all amazing. Even the first one, the cheap one, is available. And I know it's not like super accessible for everybody, but I've tried to make it as accessible as possible. And it's got tons of benefits on it, including access to the after party, which is where we're going now. See you there. Bye.